Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking all about my hair. I will be giving you my tips and tricks to grow your hair out. My tips and tricks that help me grow my hair back from damage. About 2 or 3 years ago, I dyed my hair bleach blonde and it really damaged my hair. It was really stringy and short and disgusting, and I'll try to insert a picture. But it just was really damaged and there's like nothing else I could really do to it besides cut it off. I didn't actually cut my hair. I was so stubborn. I just wanted to hang on to those little bits and strings of hair that I had left. All I really did was take care of my hair and did these tips and tricks that I'm about to share with you guys. And it really helped grow my hair back. Because I have curly hair, my hair shrinks up a lot. So it's really hard to really see just how long my hair has grown. So I'm just showing you a picture of my hair. This was actually from last night. I just washed it and I was doing a wash and go, and you can see just from looking at it, it's super long compared to what it used to look like, and it looks healthy and my curls are popping. So I love how my hair is now. Now my tips and tricks. I'm sure you've heard a few of these tips and tricks before, but you may not have known each and every one of these that I'm about to give to you. So we're just about to run through them, not in any particular order. I wrote down a couple of them in my phone, so we're about to go over it. One of my tips is protective styles. So protective styles are very important when you're trying to grow your hair back from damage. You know, when your hair is damaged, the most damaged part is usually your ends. They're really damaged and crinkly and hard to deal with and hard to manage. I would recommend cutting off your hair, cutting off those dead ends if you're trying to grow your hair back. It would have helped me grow my hair back faster, but I was just stubborn. But if you don't cut them off, I would really recommend protective hairstyles. Some of the protective hairstyles that I did in the beginning when my hair was super short, I would wear weaves because I didn't like the length of my hair. So I would wear weaves, and then once I got more comfortable with my hair, I used to wear buns. Like all I wore were buns. Now I still wear buns like probably every day except for the weekends. It's just easier for me. It's how I wear my hair to work, and I'm kind of lazy, so that's all I do. I just wear buns, updo buns, low buns, doesn't matter, all type of buns. I just love buns. Sometimes I do pigtails. The reason why I love buns is because they hide your ends. It's important to hide your ends so they don't sit on your shirts and rub and consistently rub throughout the day on your shirts. It's easier for them to break off when they do that. So if you want to grow out your hair, most people pay attention to their scalp, which is very important. But if you want to retain length, you have to protect your ends. Now, as far as protecting your ends or protecting your hair, my next tip is to sleep with a silk pillowcase or a hair wrap. I do not have a silk pillowcase, but every single night, no matter if my hair is in a bun, down, in pigtails, or whatever, I sleep with a scarf. It's a silk scarf. I have a few of them, and I just tie it around my hair, and I sleep with that on every night. I know some people, if you wear your hair straight, they'll wrap their hair or whatever and then put it on the scarf, but I don't wrap my hair because I don't really wear my hair straight. I just usually put it in a high bun and put it on the scarf, or I wear, if my hair is curly, I'll wear pigtails to bed and put on the scarf. If you don't feel like doing that sometimes, I would recommend the silk pillowcase. Silk pillowcases are also good for your skin. They will prevent wrinkles down the line, so I would highly recommend that tip. Now, another tip is low manipulation. Do not touch your hair. Try not to touch your hair throughout the day. It's important for your hair not to have a lot of stress to it. Just leave it alone. That's why I like to put it in a bun and leave it alone and do not touch it. The more you mess with your hair and run your fingers through it, the easier it is for it to break off, the easier for it to get split ends and for your, just to cause damage to your hair. So try not to touch your hair throughout the day. Try not to scratch your hair. If you scratch your hair a lot, just know that your nails have bacteria under it. So if you scratch your hair, you're just getting all that bacteria in your scalp. So try not to do that. Another great tip that I've learned, and I only started using this when I was growing my hair back. Before I was really into growing my hair back, I really didn't do any of these tips and had pretty good long hair, but now my hair is just so much more healthier. So my next tip are essential oils. Essential oils are really good for your hair. I love to do scalp treatments with them. I love rosemary, I love peppermint, and tea tree. So I usually use rosemary and peppermint and put it in oil and just do a scalp massage. This really stimulates your hair and promotes hair growth. I did mention these items in my wash and go on my channel. I'll link that and you can check that out and see how I use that. But I really recommend those. It just feels really good as well to massage your scalp and get it moisturized. Tea tree oil is really good as well. Sometimes they have tea tree oil shampoos and stuff, and that's just good for stimulating your hair, promoting hair growth, and also it's good for bacteria in your hair and keeping it clean. Now, This is my #1 tip out of all these tips that I would recommend if you're trying to grow your hair back from damage, is to not use heat. Please try to limit your hair from heat. That is my #1 tip. I did not use heat like for a year straight. I think like in the past 2 to 3 years, I only straightened my hair once. And I think that's the biggest factor of me growing my hair back. Heat is very damaging to your hair. I've just learned to love my curly hair and to embrace it and learn how to work with it, and now I love it more than my straight hair, honestly. I'm just going to keep doing this. The longer I try not to use heat, I feel like the longer my hair is going to grow and the more healthier it's going to be. Once I reach the desired hair length that I'm trying to get to, I will start straightening my hair more, but for now, try not to use heat styling tools. If you try to dry your hair with a blow dryer, just let it air dry. Whatever you have to do, just try not to use heat. And if you do use heat, make sure to use a protective serum or treatment before you blow dry your hair or straighten it. My next tip is deep conditioning. There's so many ways to deep condition. There's moisturizing conditioners, there's protein treatments, and I love all of that. I love DIY, so I love making my own treatments. I know a lot of people use coconut oil. Coconut oil is very good for your hair. I recommend just drenching your whole hair in coconut oil and letting it sit, or even overnight, let it sit and then wash it out. It's very moisturizing for your hair and very good. I use coconut oil, I use avocado oil, I use jojoba oil, I use almond oil, I use grapeseed oil, I use hemp oil. I have a bunch of tons of oils, and I usually just mix everything together, put it in the microwave, heat it up, put some essential oils in it, and then just rub it through my hair and just let it soak, and that's a really good moisturizing treatment. For protein, I love doing the same thing and mixing an egg and some mayo in it. Protein is very good for your hair if you're trying to grow your hair back from damage. I would only recommend that like once or twice a month because it can be too strong, so you don't want to overdo protein treatments. And you can also buy masks from the store. Now, if you watch my curly hair video, you should be able to tell that I love Shea Moisture products. They're like the only line that I use right now. I do want to try some other natural hair brands, so if you recommend any, please let me know in the comments. But for a good mask, this is like my favorite mask ever right now. It's this Shea Moisture, Manuka Honey, and Murfura and Murfura? I don't know. I'll list it in the description box. But it's a mask, and it says it also has African rock fig and baobab oil. I don't know. I'll list it below, but it's really good. This is what it looks like. I just love it. Every time I use it, it just makes my hair feel so soft. It smells really good. I also have raw Manuka honey that I sometimes mix in my own DIY mask, and I would really recommend this one. So check it out and let me know what you think. Another tip is to find products that work for your hair. I recommend natural products. I recommend sulfate-free products. It just depends on your hair type. If your hair is thin, if your hair is thick, if you have high porosity hair or low porosity hair, I recommend Googling those if you don't know what that means. I would find products that work for your hair. Shea Moisture products work very well for me. I love this product right here. I'm sure everybody has seen it. It's the Curl Enhancing Smoothie with silk protein and neem oil. This is a staple in my routine for my wash and goes, for braid outs. I just love it. It smells good. It has coconut oil, silk protein, and neem oil. So I would check out Shea Moisture. I know there's a bunch of natural hair brands out there. If you're trying to grow your hair back, just try out different products, invest in your hair. Shea Moisture is not that expensive. It's about $10 or less or more. Just try out some products and find out what works out for your hair. I would stay away from alcohol products. Anything with a high percentage of alcohol, stay away from it. I don't use gels too often. Just really creams, oils, and natural products. Now my next tip is to limit washing your hair. I only wash my hair about once a week, sometimes even less than that. Maybe I'll go 2 weeks if I'm super lazy and not feeling it, but try to limit washing your hair. My hair is very thick and it can be very dry, so I don't need to wash my hair all the time. The less you wash your hair, the more that your hair will be moisturized and the more your hair will be less to be damaged from manipulating it all the time. You don't want to touch your hair so much. Like I said, you want to leave it in protective styles and then wash your hair when it's necessary. When I wash my hair, I just shampoo it, I deep condition, I do all that once a week. Really helped my hair. If you have thinner hair or your hair gets dirtier quicker, I would say at the most 3 times a week. If you do wash your hair, you don't even have to shampoo it every time you wash it. it. Sometimes if I have to wash my hair more than once a week, I'll just use conditioner to wash my hair. It's called a co-wash. It's more moisturizing to your hair and it won't dry it out. So definitely recommend that tip. For the shampoo I still use the same shampoo from my last curly hair video. It's the Jamaican Black Castor Oil shampoo. It says strengthen, grow, and restore hair with shea butter and apple cider vinegar. It's for naturally chemically processed, color treated, or heat styled hair. This works very well for me. You heard all the good ingredients in it. It doesn't have all those nasty chemicals. It's more natural than some of the brands out there, so I highly recommend this. Apple cider vinegar is very good for your hair. If you have apple cider vinegar at your house, you can just do an ACV rinse. Just pour it in a cup and run it over your hair. You can mix it with water and just let it soak and just massage your hair, and it's really good for clarifying your hair. But this also has shea butter in it and Jamaican Black Castor Oil, which is very moisturizing. So those things combined makes me really love this shampoo. So I would check this out, and yeah, I just really love it. Just some small things I would recommend when washing your hair. Of course, you want to be really delicate when washing your hair. When you get out the shower, you want to use a microfiber towel or a t-shirt. I just use a t-shirt. And then you really want to be careful when your hair is wet when styling your hair. If your hair is wet and you're combing through your hair, it's more easier for it to rip. So I use a wide tooth comb, or I just use my fingers. So yeah, be very delicate with your hair when it's wet, and use a microfiber towel or a t-shirt. Now my next tip, which you guys should know, is to eat healthy and drink tons of water. Now eating healthy is very important. I know people probably roll their eyes when they hear about eating healthy, but it's actually really important. When I eat healthy, I could just see it throughout my skin, and it affects your hair, it affects your nails, it affects everything. So try to eat clean. I'm not the best clean eater, I know, but I try, and I also try to drink a lot of water. I try to get 3 liters to a gallon in a day, and it just really helps. And I also take supplements. I take hair, skin, and nail pills. I know people have heard of Biotin and Hair Infinity pills. Just find any type of supplement to take daily, like a multivitamin and a hair, skin, and nails pill. If you're not getting all the nutrients that you need in your diet daily, that can slow down your hair growth. If you're missing some sort of nutrient in your diet, that will show up on your skin, on your hair, and it would just slow down the process. So I would just recommend, you know, any basic pill. I would try to find one that doesn't break you out. I know sometimes those pills can break you out, but drinking a lot of water will help that as well. Now, my last tip is to love your hair at any stage and length that it's at, and have patience. I know when my hair was really short and damaged, I was really sad about it, but you know, I just found the things that work for me. I found loving my hair. I found loving weaves. I found wearing my hair curly, and I just found different styles that I love, and now I love my hair. So just try and love your hair and not try to get down about it. Just love yourself and love who you are, and don't try to be something else. Just love your hair and have patience. And if you do these tips and just take really good care of your hair, I promise you your hair will grow. I promise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any hair tips or tricks that you would like to share with me, please let me know in the comments. You know, we could all learn from each other, so just let me know. And if you have any other curly hair videos you would like to see, also let me know. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.